Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of The Hard Count. I'm Michael Emami, and I recently had a great interview with Hendersonville High School's quarterback Luke Manning. Manning is a member of the 2022 class and currently stands at 5 foot 11 inches and 175 pounds. Manning exhibits great accuracy and arm strength, as well as he can hit guys in stride very well. We also talk about a video of him that went viral on this episode, and it was a lot of fun discussing that too, so I hope you guys enjoyed that part of it as well. All right, everybody, here is Luke Manning. Hope you guys enjoy this one. When I went through your tape here on Huddle, and I one of my favorite tapes that I've ever seen. I mean, you can really sling it, and you are also very mobile too, which I think is also great. It gives you a big advantage. Obviously, tell me a little about how your season went here. So I saw that you beat on your schedule here. It looks like you lost to Riverdale in your last game, but you beat Blackman, which I heard was a pretty big game. It made the news. So kind of tell me a little about how this season went and what you're trying to improve on as a quarterback.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate the compliments, but so initially starting the season, I rotated with another quarterback in my class, and then by about midway through the season, we stopped rotating, and I think my first full game was Independence, and that went. We lost that game, but I feel like I established myself. But we finished in our region undefeated. We won our uh, region championship, and went into the Blackman game. We beat Blackman, and I actually got a concussion in that Blackman game, but finished it out, and then was dealing with it throughout that week and couldn't play against Riverdale. And it was hard for me to watch, but I think it was a great season to build on going into next season.
You're 2022 right now, and so it's kind of turning into kind of a big thing for you here, especially when you kind of, and you knew I was going to bring this up, the viral video of yours from your freshman year on the freshman team, where you were down 6-4. Saturdays Down South has a good article on you, and the video on ESPN Sports Center has, I believe, over 724,000 views, probably more so now than it did back then as well, because of the increase in viewership from the couple of years ago that it was. But it says that, and I can see you here, the snap went over your head and you kind of rolled out and then just kind of lifted a prayer up in the air, and then the guy caught it, and it was pretty incredible. What was going through your head in that play, and how do you kind of feel about having this viral exposure at such a young age when that happened?
Well, the play, it's funny because not to throw the center under the bus or anything, but that happened. He snapped it over my head 3 times in a row, and there's videos of all 3 of them. I scoot back a step each time and kind of hoping it doesn't happen again. But I don't think without that snap it wouldn't have happened. But yeah, ran back. I was like, oh my gosh, here we go again, and picked it up and couldn't get outside, so I cut it up and just kind of broke free of 3 guys and kind of shocked myself that I got through, and rolled out and saw my guy downfield standing by himself, so threw it to him, and it was quite the adrenaline rush.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Obviously, I could see your team in the video. They're running towards you in the back of the end zone, everyone just going nuts. But the one thing I wanted to ask you involving this, it's kind of a young athlete's dream to have their highlight on Sports Center and to have it go viral and all that. But how did you feel when you kind of saw it kind of get all this attention and it kind of it going viral and all that? How did you feel about that?
Yeah, it was kind of surreal. I was on the bus ride home from Blackman when my mom and dad sent me the video of it, and decided to post it to Twitter because it was pretty cool play, kind of once in a lifetime thing. But tagged Overtime and Sports Center and others, but I saw Overtime. I reposted on the way home, and everybody on the bus was losing it, and I was like, no way, no way. And then by the time I got home, I saw Sports Center had posted on Twitter and Instagram, and it was a long night for me. Exciting, obviously, but it was definitely a lot to deal with at school and on the football field. Definitely a lot of pressure, felt like.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible. You know, your last name Manning, and you're from Tennessee, so it's just kind of everything added together. It kind of reminds me of, obviously, of Peyton Manning, who played at Tennessee. But kind of going into that, who do you kind of model your game after? Do you have any role models or anybody that you kind of look up to in the pro or college football world?
Yeah, Baker Mayfield, Drew Brees, kind of those shorter guys. I'm not a tall guy, I'm like 5'11", So you take bits and pieces of other people's game and you add them to your own and study them and what they do. Um, you know, they're obviously good at what they do, or else they wouldn't be where they are. And I admire Baker Mayfield's chip on his shoulder, with like his attitude that he plays with, and kind of try to carry that into my game, attitude wise, as well as football aspect of it.
So yeah, so tell me about your relationship with the new coach then, or with your current head coach, and how he's developed you.
Yeah, yeah. Coach Beasley he's a great coach. He's a great players coach. He gets along with our players pretty well and relates and involves us in a lot. And he he doesn't he doesn't joke around. He's more of like an old school coach. We run the wing T offense. I don't know if you could tell that from my film
Yeah,
of
yeah.
what you've seen, but we run the wing T offense, so it makes it more difficult on me. And there's not a whole lot of coaching that goes on the quarterback wise. He just always he harps on leading and being being a quarterback, like just playing the position of a quarterback and being a leader and doing what it takes really.
Yeah, yeah, and I can see here that you seem pretty comfortable in the pocket. I mean, you're not doing too much, and you definitely seem relaxed. And a lot of things just seem kind of when you're rolling out, it just seems second nature. I mean, on the play action passes, especially, you just kind of seem very relaxed and not overwhelmed at all. And your arm is absolutely terrific. As I said, it was one of my favorite tapes that I've seen in particular because I think you kind of have kind of a Brett Favre thing going on where you can really sling it, but your accuracy is right up there. I mean, I know it's the highlights and your best plays there, but it looks great. It's the tape itself is great in terms of that. And so, tell me a little about your workout regimen or what you kind of do in the off season to kind of develop yourself.
First quarterback wise, I train with QB Country Nashville. Thomas Morris, he's incredible what he does. He's honest with you and he knows what he's doing, and it's and I love improving and love hearing what I can be better at, and it's it's pretty routine. Go to him once a week during the off season.
Yeah, yeah. And so, tell me about your mom and dad, your parents. How have they kind of influenced you as an athlete and as a person?
Yeah, my mom, she's the most loving person that you'll meet. She always puts others first, and she'll always put a smile on your face no matter the situation, really. And my dad, he's more of the I look up to him because he is strong-minded. He's always optimistic, and yet he'll be honest with you. Um, and always he's a strong backbone. But it's two great parents. I can't ask for any better.
Yeah, yeah, and so that's great to hear. And so I see here, and when we've talked about this also, but you're from Hendersonville High School, and so I can see here on the graduating or a number of famous people who've graduated, a lot of country singers as well. But I just wanted to ask you, do you have any hobbies outside of football?
Yeah, I'm actually hunting right now. I came down here Wednesday and hunt. I'm hunting through Tuesday, so that's one of my more passionate hobbies.
Yeah, yeah, I can see here. There's definitely a lot of musicians, a lot of other people here that have also graduated from the high school as well. And we do have a couple athletes here, place kicker, and I think quarterback as well. I think more towards the Arena Football League, not really NFL, but in terms of that. But kind of going into your college career here, because obviously you're going to be a senior next year. You're a junior right now, 2022 class. What's the first thing that you want an institution or college to know about you if they're going to take you? The first thing that you want them to know.
That I'm the hardest worker they'll ever meet. Um, I will do anything to get better personally and make the team better, no matter what it is. That's one thing I pride myself on, is being a very hard worker, and it, I'll only get better.
We asked this question as well, just for fun too. But if you were to get drafted by an NFL team, what would be your preferred team that you'd want to get drafted by?
Definitely Tennessee Titans, hometown hero kind of thing.
All
It'd
right.
be a dream come true watching them
All
as a
right.
kid and when they were playing.
All right, awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming on, Luke. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Glad we got to coordinate some time to talk.
All right, everybody, that was Luke Manning. If you'd like to contact Luke, his Twitter account is @Luke_Manning11. I'll be sure to post his huddle link and information below. If you'd like to contact me, my Twitter account is @EmamiMichael. Both my Facebook and Instagram pages are both @The Hard Count with Michael Emami, so be sure to check those out. And also, please subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. All right, everybody, thanks so much for listening, and thank you to Luke for coming on. This has been The Hard Count. Do you have what it takes to go D1?